Well, it's official. The Marvels ends box office run as lowest grossing MCU movie in history. How sad. How sad. Now, the one good thing about this movie is that it proves that the first Captain Marvel was as overrated as everybody said, and that the only reason it made money is because it was sandwiched between two of the biggest movies of a generation. And because of that, Captain Marvel made a little bit of money. It's propped up as a movie you needed to see. Hey, you want to see Avengers Endgame? You want to enjoy that movie? You're going to need to see Captain Marvel. And a lot of people got baited into seeing it. Then, Endgame happened. Phase 4 came. And the MCU is in quite the rut. They put this out there. Some of the worst marketing I've ever seen. They have literally nothing but videos and trailers of cats, thinking that that's going to draw people in. It's the cringiest bullshit that I've ever seen. And it keeps going and going and going. Their last-minute marketing blitz was literally, it almost reminds me of YouTube videos where they replaced all of the actors with cats and acted out scenes in the movies. I did a video on that. Check it out. It's funny. So what's funnier than that video, though, is this. So I guess they're pulling this out of theaters. I'm not sure what's going on with this because I checked and there were still some show times for this film. So I don't know if it's leaving the theaters at the end of the week or what. I don't understand why you just don't give that, you don't pull it out of theaters and give those to Godzilla Minus One, which is a film really made for fans of a franchise, and kick this thing out there because for all the show times that this has, I guarantee you nobody's going to go see it. This movie's at the point where it's not even bringing in $1 million a day. It's barely going to, I don't know if it's hit 200 million. Some people are saying that it's hit 200 million globally, finally. Some people are saying that it won't even hit 200 million globally because if you look at this number, it says 197 million globally, though it came out yesterday on December 3rd. So it could be that it made a little bit of money Sunday and it is over 200 million. However, that doesn't mean that it made money. There's a lot of very special people out there, very, very special people, saying that it's broken even, which is funny because it's like, well, okay, no, idiot. You realize that half of the money that it's brought in goes to all of the theaters that have played it. They get a cut of that. So it's really only made like 150. No, not even 150. It's made like $110 million. That's a disaster. And we're not even talking marketing. Valiant Renegade says it needs to make like $800 million to make money. No, just to break even. So, there's nothing heroic about the final box office performance of The Marvels. The superhero sequel is officially the lowest grossing installment of in the history of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. After 4 weeks on the big screen, the comic book tentpole is running out of steam with 80 million in North America and 197 million globally. There would typically be optimism that attendance could rebound over the busy holiday season, but Disney apparently doesn't expect that to be the case. The studio wrote on Sunday in a note to press, with the Marvel's box office now winding down, we will stop weekend reporting of international global grosses on this title. Oh, they're not going to report the numbers anymore. You know why they're not going to do that, right? So that's the end of the box. It's still going to be in a little bit of theater show times. I don't know why. Is there a contract for that or something? Because Disney does do shit like that. Because no one's going to see this movie. And what an embarrassment. 80 million only in North America. Didn't even crack $100 million in North America. That's a huge problem for Disney, that the domestic for these movies are that low. That's a big, big problem for them. Yeah, so they're not even going to report on the numbers anymore because they're barely hitting $1 million. The film isn't leaving theaters just yet, and the $220 million plus budgeted tentpole is expected to play through New Year's. However, this memo signals that the Marvels is not expected to generate notable coinage during the rest of December. Over the weekend, the film tumbled to 11th place in the box office charts with just $2.4 million in its fourth outing. Damn, that is pathetic. So it's actually expected to play through the New Year's. That's what's kind of funny to me, that they're going to keep it in there that long. Why? That just seems kind of ridiculous to me. Pull it out. Why is it taking theaters from a movie that people actually want to see? So, yeah, this is embarrassing. This is worse than I ever thought it could have gotten to. Like, I expected this movie to make more money than it did. It's really bad that this is the fate for this movie. Good for me, bad for Marvel. They're going to have to figure something out. One thing they're not going to do, I thought I would touch on this real quick, is bring back Robert Downey Jr. So this was the big rumor. They were going to give him tons of money. He was going to come back and save the day. But there's a couple of things to this. So they could still bring him back. What they put in here is that we are not going to touch that moment again. Feige told the publication about Tony Stark's emotional final moments in Avengers Endgame. We worked hard for many years to get to that, and we would never want to magically undo it in any way. That's not directly a no, because Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty are multiverse movies. You could get a different version of Iron Man, a variant, if you will, to come and be in the main MCU. And it could still be Robert Downey Jr. He's just from a different universe. They're kind of doing something like that with Deadpool 3. Obviously, that's not the Wolverine from Logan. It could be a Wolverine from a different universe. It could be a Wolverine from a different point in time, which would still be a different Wolverine than the one that died at the end of Logan. So all of that is 100% possible. And then they're still not touching that moment where he died. That still happened. So they could do the same thing with Robert Downey Jr. This is not a direct no. All it is saying they're not bringing the one that's dead back. That's pretty much it. I don't think he's coming back. If anything, they're going to recast with a variant. They'll bring in somebody from a different universe who's younger, obviously, and that person would be the new Iron Man in the MCU. I don't think they're even going to do that, to be honest. But who knows? They said they're going to do a soft reboot. That was the plan after Secret Wars. So they could bring them all back with different actors, which honestly is what they should do. But if they're going to do that or not, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.